Fuck Trump? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You believe in socialism? Say you believe in socialism.
I do. I believe in socialism.
And you're an Antifa guy? Say you're
I'm
Antifa.
not Antifa.
Yeah, because you know if you admit that on camera, you guys are that's a terrorist organization. And then you're
We're not.
We're not. There you go.
As soon as you come out and betray the liberal ideology by being a liberal and becoming a conservative, you will see the true face of the Democrat Party.
That's right.
Right then and there.
That's right.
Fuck
Trump! Taylor gang, we worship.
I know it's public, you can publicly do this.
Well, you can just walk away, sir.
Yeah.
Then stop pointing at me, please.
Hey guys, Dion here. So I'm right now at the MAGA March.
USA! 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 USA!
And it's pretty exciting right now. So we're just walking around, and yeah, it's pretty wild actually. We actually have an Antifa member in our march for some reason. Yeah, it's getting really exciting, and yeah, there's police everywhere, man. It's unbelievable. I mean, look at this. Police everywhere, man. So it's either they're trying to protect Seattle from us or us from Seattle. So yeah, man. Anyways, I'm gonna maybe keep rolling here because kind of getting exciting.
Because I found a bunch of flyers around town of people being doxxed, and
I'm part of it.
Yeah, you were on it. I've taken down some of those, and that's also how I met Zach Staggs. I was taking down some like a week and a half ago, and as I was taking one down, 3 guys come running up to me like, "Oh, what are you taking down?" And it was how I met him. It was pretty cool.
Say we're dangerous. You're saying the trans black people are afraid of us.
Examples of why people are afraid of us.
So give me a reason. Give me some proof. Don't say, oh, just because they're just feeling this way. I don't want to hear emotions. I want to hear facts. So give me a fact that if I did something wrong, call me out. Right now. What do I do?
Your aggressive
You're not backing
body
up.
language.
You're not backing up though.
You don't feel scared.
My heart's beating pretty
you were
fast.
scared,
Why
you
are you
wouldn't be
scared,
standing
man?
here.
Because I'm surrounded by 6 Trump supporters.
What American?
You have been
You
you have been swearing at me.
Can our event, because you guys have defamed my fucking name all over the city, dude.
Have I? I don't even know your name.
All bullshit, dude.
I don't know your name.
You know who I am? He goes, yeah. Then you knew.
Yeah, I know who you are because of who you support.
Okay. You knew I picked the march today. You knew that we might thought we were going to go to the trans pride parade. You've seen the flyers. You've seen the letter. You follow Emerald City Antifa? They post about me 3 or 4 times a day, bud. You know who I am.
I don't know who you are because I don't follow them on Facebook.
You guys literally just lie about everything, don't you?
I don't. I don't follow
Antifa. Do
Antifa.
you guys have any courage? At least we all have courage to say we support America. We support the Proud Boys. I'm a Proud Boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of this. I'm proud to say that. We're not racist. We're not hateful. We're nothing. But guess what? You guys can never, ever, you guys always cower down when we call you out on this shit.
Correct.
So why don't you just literally, for once, any of you guys, you believe in socialism? Say you believe in socialism.
I do. I believe in
Antifa,
socialism.
and you're an Antifa guy? Say you're
I'm
Antifa.
not Antifa.
Yeah, because you know if you admit that on camera, you guys are that's a terrorist organization. And then
We're not.
We're not. There you go.
You just admit
Good job.
We're not. You just admitted that we're Antifa by saying we're not.
Whatever.
Just admit it.
Just admit it, dude. Like, you see me, you guys call me, like, you have a bunch of guys calling me out on Twitter going, you're not a Proud Boy, or you're not proud to be a Proud Boy. You want to turn it down, you're not proud to be a Proud Boy. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a Trump supporter. I'm proud to support the Constitution, my amendments. And I'm proud that I'm a Proud Boy.
And
Now,
if you're
you stand up.
Yeah, if you're proud to be Antifa, honestly, good for you. I mean, I don't care. Honestly.
You know, I started in the Army for 4 years, and I support your right to say what you're gonna say.
You're not, do you say you're Antifa? Do you ever punch you or something?
No, we don't hate.
Because you guys hit us all the time. You guys know your 3 of your guys black laws actually followed me home one time and actually jumped me and beat me up because of who I am.
So let me ask you a question. Do you disavow any kind of violence?
Yeah, violence of all kinds.
Great. So that's the only answer that we need. Really. I mean,
I like
if you're not
that.
going to attack us, we're not going to attack you. You never attack anybody. And if you don't attack anybody, that's totally fine.
So if I see any posts, because I saw you're kind of one of the only ones around here. I saw a few other ones. I have pictures of those. But if I saw another post someone tonight said we were chanting homophobic slurs, we marched against the trans pride parade. Trust me, bud. Trust me. You don't want that.
What? Is this a threat?
No, not a threat at all. I'm just saying is if you do this, you guys are literally going against everything. You twist everything. We have it on camera right now that you've agreed that we had a peaceful march, that we did nothing wrong. So if it gets twisted, we will blast this footage and blast your face. We won't dox you, but we'll literally say this guy said that supports Antifa and everything. So I'm just saying is that I've already been doxxed. You guys have called my work. You guys called me for. You guys fucked my life up. I don't care. I'm not going to back down. You guys, if anything, you guys fueled my fire to being American.
Great. Hey, excuse me, guys. You want to tell me why you don't like Donald Trump? Anybody?
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump?
Fuck God Trump! Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Donald Trump. You know, President Obama didn't do very much for Donald Trump. You want to talk about it?
You heard me? Fuck Trump!
Taylor gang, we worship.
I know it's public, you can publicly do this.
Well, you can just walk away, sir.
Yeah.
Then stop pointing at me, please.
Yeah, you guys got cameras pointed at us, so...
We're just trying to get an interview.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. So, the black community is so brainwashed. You know, I used to be like them too, you know, saying F Trump and all this kind of stuff, but it's really sad because President Obama didn't do a damn thing for the black community at all, except for... Yeah, check that out. You want to do an interview?
He's trying to do an interview, sir.
Do you want to do an interview? Do you?
Why y'all like Trump? Why y'all like Trump?
Lowest unemployment rate?
Huh?
Lowest unemployment rate in 60 years for black people?
Trump does something for black folks?
Yeah.
Put him in prison?
Actually, no, he didn't put him in prison. He signed prison reform. You know that? The first people that were released were black people.
I don't like Trump. He disrespectful.
How does he disrespect people?
He don't respect women. You see how he dogged Hillary in the goddamn debate?
You know, Hillary was a
women.
criminal.
You heard that?
Hillary is a criminal. Did you know about the 30,000 emails that were deleted? How about Benghazi? How about Benghazi? Four American patriots.
He didn't tax. He's a tax felon.
Really? So, okay, see, he signed...
He's a tax felon. He said, I did it because I can. You heard him on the debates? You watched the debates?
What?
I watched the debates.
Okay, good for you.
Did you watch them?
I watched every single
You
one.
heard what he said when he said, I didn't pay taxes because I can.
Actually, because he uses the legal loopholes to not pay taxes. That's a fact.
Fuck Trump.
Yeah, all right. He's actually done more for the black community than Obama, Bush, and Clinton combined. Thank you very much.
How's everybody doing today?
Yeah! Woo!
Right?
Yeah!
So I have a bunch of people come up to me all the time, and I always get compliments saying that I watch your videos, man. You know, and it's great to hear that. But what we need to do is actually stand up and fight, all of us. Not just watch me, not just watch OperationColdFront, not just watch Salim Juma. We all need to step up and fight back.
Fight back!
If you look at this city, ever since 1984, which was, by the way, when Ronald Reagan, the Electoral College voted for this state for Ronald Reagan, ever since then, the Republican Party has diminished in this great state. We need to bring it back, and we need to bring it back big time, in big leagues. We need to have better economic systems in place. For example, the homeless crisis has gotten out of control. I mean, you look down the street down there, you literally see hundreds of people just sleeping on the street. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, 20 years ago, you didn't nearly see as much of this on the streets. It's all about socialism and these low IQ Democratic nominees, governors, policymakers, legislators, whatever you want to call them. They're all low IQ. They don't know what they're doing. They don't even know how basic economics works. In Economics 101, you realize that everything that the Democrats have taught you is dead wrong.
Wrong!
The Democrats are the worst people I've ever seen. And the reason why I say this,
Yeah.
the reason why I say this is because I used to be a hardcore liberal myself. Who else was a liberal before? Anybody? Never. Okay, looks like I'm the only one in the crowd that's never been a liberal. As soon as you come out and betray the liberal ideology by being a liberal and becoming a conservative, you will see the true face of the Democrat Party.
That's right.
Right then and there.
That's
and
right.
I experienced that. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, and boy, I will never, ever vote Democrat ever again.
Yeah.
What? Can anybody name seriously, anybody, name anything one Democrat has done good in this city? Wow, crickets. Am I surprised? Is anybody surprised? The Democrats are the worst. I mean, seriously, they're the worst. Like, they don't actually go out and talk to you. The Republicans do. In fact, I just met our, whatever his name was, I can't remember. No, not Anton, our senator, Republican senator. He's fighting so hard, and he's getting so slandered every damn day for being a Republican. How many? I mean, I experience myself all the time being slandered, followed, misrepresented, and everything else by the Democrats, Antifa, and everybody else. And because this is a blue state, we are going to turn Seattle and the Washington state back to the Republican Party.
Yeah!
There
we are.
2020. We will do it for 2020, and we'll never, ever go back. We're going to fix the homeless problem. We're going to fix the housing crisis. We're going to fix the low-income inequality. We're going to fix it all. And how do we do that? By voting red. The Republicans always have better economic solutions. I mean, you can just look at history back all the way 100 years. They always have the best solutions. And of course, Democrats will say, well, you know, the Republicans did free the slaves. Yeah, but there was a big switch. That's a lie. There is no big switch between the Republican Party, ever! Like there was 8 Democrats that switched.
Democrats are racist!
Exactly, the Democrats are the racist. Their policies are racist.
They're fascists!
They're absolutely hypocrites, they're socialists, and they want to destroy this country from the inside out, and they've almost succeeded in 2016. Thank God Donald Trump got elected. Now, yeah, he can be kind of a jerk, yeah, but honestly, I don't care. We'd rather have someone that is a straight talker, that gets stuff done, and no bullshit. Boy, my voice is cracking like crazy. And it's unbelievable what he's done. He's done more in the past couple years than Obama, Bush, and Clinton combined.
That's right.
That's unbelievable.
That's right.
I've never seen it. Nobody's ever seen that.
600,000 jobs back to the U.S.
Yeah, 600,000 jobs. I mean, it's
steel factories,
lowest unemployment rate, and everything else. I mean, you look at North Korea. Obama couldn't do it. Bush couldn't do it. Clinton couldn't do it. Nobody else could do it. But who did? And every Democrat said he's going to start World War III. Well, guess who brought Kim Jong-il to the table?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump. President Trump.
Hypocrite. He's been saying for 30 years that we need to fix this country and we need to do it fast. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for having me up here. I was literally talking off the top of my head for about the last 10 minutes. Anyways, thank you so much. Make Seattle great again, and Red Pill Seattle. Thanks very much. Thanks, guys.
You dumb bitch! Go to fucking Cuba then, you weirdo! So intolerant! USA! 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 USA!
So hi, my name is Dion with OperationColdFront, and your name is?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, nice to meet you. So you just told me a really interesting story, so why don't you go ahead and repeat that?
A couple weeks ago, I emailed Des Moines Library about how I felt about them hosting a drag story hour. And a couple days later, I get something from my manager telling me to come in the office, and they got an anonymous call saying that I was making threats and that they're gonna bring a protest and harass me, basically slandering my name. So I'm tired.
No, you're fine.
And then I call out yesterday for personal reasons, well, actually to go to the protest. And I go in today to cover someone's shift that they approved. And they basically said I'm fired because of my attendance problem. I didn't really say anything. I said, okay, whatever. Walked out, called HR. But I think it's funny how they get an anonymous call saying that they're gonna have groups of people come in and harass me and this and that, and then days later, all of a sudden my attendance is a problem. So I find it weird that they could have found a legitimate reason to fire me. I don't know. Not gonna really say that's the issue, but it's kind of weird how all of a sudden it's a problem now after the anonymous call and all this crap's going on. So
right. Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So in your honest opinion, do you think it was because of your views that got you fired?
I honestly do, because we have a person who drinks on the job at work. We have people who call out constantly, have people try to cover their shifts. I've been working there for a year and like 3 months, maybe a year and a half, and all of a sudden my attendance is a problem. It's always been the same. I've always been late, not even extremely late, like 10 minutes late to drop my kids off or waiting for babysitters. So, Trump 2020! Yeah, so I don't know. I just find it a little weird all of a sudden it's an issue of my attendance after something like this happens. So
cool. Awesome.
And I've been out here stumping for Trump for about 2 years now. I remember when my son came out of the bedroom one afternoon, and he looked at me and he said, "Dad, you're never going to guess what happened." And I go, "What's that?" He goes, "Donald Trump just said he's running for president."
Yeah.
And when I heard it, I just started laughing. I thought it was a joke. I thought this is some kind of publicity stunt. And then I went and I listened to his announcement, and I was surprised. I was completely in shock because he was talking about stuff that's been a concern of mine for years. I've always been fairly conservative in my views. And he's talking about bringing jobs back to America, real jobs, manufacturing jobs. He's talking about making America great so that we can help the rest of the world become great. He's talking about protecting our borders from illegal immigrants.
That's right.
Illegal aliens, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Not immigrants if they're not coming here legally. But I got on board the Trump train and I haven't stopped going since.
Woo!
And you know, the funny thing is I come out here and it's not just about I support Trump. I do, but it's more important that I want America to be great. I want us. I want all of us here. I want all of those people out there in this city, in this state, in this country to be great.
That's right.
We're all Americans. We may disagree on how to get things done, but we all want the same thing. We all want what's best for us, for America, so that we can make progress in the rest of the world. That's why we need to keep America great.
Yeah.
I do it. I come out here all the time, and I do it because I know I may never see the fruits of my labor. I may never see a society where we have the kinds of freedoms that are declared in our Constitution. But guys like this down here need to see it. It's our duty to make sure that the young people, the next generation coming up, lives in a better society than we do.
Amen. Yeah. Amen.
Thank you.
That's right.
Our children's America's tomorrow.
That's right. We can sit here and fight all day and get all wound up about how we need our stuff, But if we're not looking to the future, if we're not looking to these little guys here, we have some serious problems.
That's right.
That's right.
And, you know, that's why I'm out here.
Amen.
Pretty much I guess that's where I ended. But before I finish, I want everybody to turn over there and thank the officers who are out here protecting us.
Yeah! Woo!
Thank you!
Blue lives matter!
USA!
USA!
USA! USA! Not for other countries. We also want to make America great again. And that's going to make the world great again.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out here today. I really appreciate it. So, why are you out here today?
Well, you know, simply I'm out here to support America, to support our freedom of speech, to support our Constitution, to support pro-religion, to go ahead and support our rights to be out here in the first place. Because the thing is, people are scared to stand up.
Right.
People are scared to, to hold that flag or be pro-America. And so if we stand together as one unison group of people, not blacks, not whites, not Spanish, but one,
Right.
then we can go ahead and show people that, hey, it's okay. And that's part of the reason why I'm out here.
Right.
It's because, I served in the military for 4 years. Okay?
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And I want to express my freedom of speech, and I want to get my word out there, and I want to get America's word out there, because it's important.
Right. So, were you ever afraid of your conservative beliefs, or were you always you were always conservative, right? Yeah. So, were you ever afraid of your conservative beliefs, like leading up to 2016 and beyond that?
Personally, no. I've always been the type of person to speak out and to express my beliefs, and so I never have been concerned. No.
So, what are the things that we can do as OperationColdFront and the city of Seattle can do to turn Seattle red?
Well, first and foremost, our citizens need to get involved in the government. Our citizens need to get involved in the local government. Be involved in the board meetings. Be involved in the public events like we have here today. And don't be afraid to engage in civil discourse with one another on the streets. Right. And to vote. Exercise your rights. Right. We have soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq in previous wars in history and generations that fought for our right to be here right now, right here. Right. And so that's what we need to do. We need to get more engaged. Right. We need to be more active. Does that mean to be more politically active? Not necessarily, but we need to exercise our voice and not be afraid of that.
Excellent. That was a really great answer. Thank you so much for the interview.
You guys, I found a bunch of flyers around town of people being doxxed, and
I'm part of it.
Yeah, you were on it. I've taken down some of those, and that's also how I met Zach Staggs. I was taking down some like a week and a half ago, and as I was taking one down, 3 guys come running up to me like, "Oh, what are you taking down?" And it was how I met him. It was pretty cool.
Oh, cool. He came up to you and said that?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So, have you always been conservative, or have you been conservative for like a little while?
Just before the election, I grew up in this area, so I kind of got like I was like a product of my surroundings. I grew up around a lot of Democrats, and so I was a Democrat. And coming up to the election, I stopped listening to like all the media because there was all this like pre-election crap, and it was just, and that kind of vacuum of like being kind of influenced by that made it easier for me to kind of think for myself, and I started to notice things that I didn't notice before, and then I met a couple people that were on the right, and they started kind of showing me information, and it started down like kind of the red pill path. And I started wondering where my views came from, like, because even as a kid, I was, for some reason, for abortion, and it was like, how the hell did I get that idea? Like,
right.
And I remember at like 11 years old telling people that I was like for a woman's right to choose, and I think it was all from the schools. And so I spent the last couple of years, I've just been kind of learning a lot and questioning where my beliefs came from, and it's been a pretty crazy journey. I'm not on social media, and I've been kind of isolated in Seattle because I don't know a lot of people who I feel like I can be honest with about my views, because people here are really, really intolerant to other views.
Right. So one question I have for you is, have you experienced like hardcore intolerance because of your beliefs ever since you started speaking a little bit more about it?
Yes, definitely. And at first it was really hard to stand up for myself and my beliefs. I was raised that you should treat people as individuals based on who they are, not by like their skin color, and everything has kind of changed, and now I see like groups of friends, well, they'll say horrible things about like white people that they wouldn't say about anybody else, and I'm like, you know, you shouldn't say that stuff about anybody based on the color of their skin. And so I've started to stand up for that. At first it was really hard, because it'd always be like multiple people at once that I was like having a conversation with, and they'd be like guilting and shaming me, but in the end it's made me a stronger person, you know, to be able to stand up against that and to not get angry, and just to say I disagree with that, and to, you know, rationally voice my opinion.